Okay, so a couple of things. There's been some updates on that story. And yesterday, I took out time to go watch it myself because I don't like to talk without empirical facts. When Trump was asked, is there a possibility of boots on the ground? He was in affirmative as regards that. But I don't think, with the zeitgeist in America and what America has suffered over the years, America want to keep boots on the ground again. So it might just be Trump doing his showboating. But what are the facts and the matters on ground? All of a sudden, it's now that the National Security Advisor knows that they will meet the service chiefs to react. You see the things we keep saying about this country. When we talk now, oh, Rufai is stupid. He doesn't like us. He is this, he is that. So if Trump did not talk, National Security Advisor and the top military brass would not meet to say, let's find a lasting solution to this matter. You see, another part of this conversation that I'm scared about is the fact that we have now turned it into a you versus me thing rather than all of us coming together to condemn the general killings in the country. So it's not a popularity contest. Which religion is being killed more? Christians or Muslims? No! Be it Christian, be it Muslim, be it Shokmono, be it Babalawo, be it Ifa, be it Oro. We are all Nigerians. The question is, should Nigerians be killed? I think Nigerians, let's collectively focus on that. How can we stop the killing through kidnapping? You have been in the vanguard of many of these incidents. That's why I'm talking with a place of pain. I hear people call me and they say, Rufai, somebody has just been kidnapped. I remember I was called upon when somebody, I think one of the Afenifere people around Ondo State, when he was kidnapped then. And we kept on putting that matter until he was released. It could happen to any of us. How can we stop that? That's all I'm concerned about. And the Nigerian Security Architecture is saying, if we want to get foreign help, we can get foreign help as regards this. You see, these are part of the things we are saying. Oh. With the resources given, is it that we cannot solve this insecurity problem? Because you see, this insecurity has turned into propaganda. And another area Nigerians are not even looking at is what I call the war economy. The reason why all of this has persisted, and there's a war economy, a lot of people are benefiting from all of this. And until we stop the cycle of people benefiting from the killings and this insecurity in this country will not move forward. So what are we talking about? Solutions. Now, okay, yes, the security chiefs are amenable if they want to come and help. We should remember help has consequences. So America is not a charity. Oh. Even the aid they give you, they don't give you for free. Oh. They give you for influence. Oh. And I'm talking about this in national sovereignty now. I was calculating the amount America collected for Kuwait from fighting the Gulf War for them. It's over 40 billion. As of 1990, it was 16 billion. No? So what are you ready to give them in return? There's also a resource conversation. Be careful. Let's be careful. So are we saying that with all the monies these people are collecting, we'll not be able to stop insecurity? I'm talking about the military. So what is the problem they are facing in stopping this insecurity? At some point, we had Super Tucano, which the Buhari government there called the game changer. We bought the Super Tucano, Kotukano. Because despite the Super Tucano, yes, it's made some strides, but we are not seeing the real impact. We are not seeing a massive drop. We keep saying, okay, we've killed bandits. We are sending some of them to court and all of that. But we are still seeing killings. All I want, like I've always said, is for killings to end. Now, because of this Trump announcement, the bond market has gone down again. In all of this, I feel for President Tinubu, but leadership also needs to be strong. And that's why we keep telling President Tinubu, so you can see how it is now. When you condemn Jonathan that time, and people went to report him in America, so you can see that this leadership thing is not easy. And I pray for President Tinubu this morning that God will give you the strength to be able to navigate this muddy water. But we must be able to stop the killing and stop the level of insecurity that is happening in the country, pure and simple. But let us introspect.
All right.
Okay, for record purposes, service chiefs in Nigeria have always met. There's something called the National Security Council, which is usually a closed-door meeting at which the Nigerian president, confers with his security chiefs. So the meeting this time around, this is not like, it's because of Donald Trump that they are meeting. The security chiefs have a duty to look again and again into security matters. President Tinubu has met with them. In the face of the allegation by President Trump, it's just normal, procedural, that the security chiefs will meet. Now, I think that at that meeting, the big takeaway is that they struck a conciliatory tone.
Good evening, fellow citizens of Nigeria. My name remains just Adito. But after me, Chief of the Service. First of all, let me even at least thank you. Thank you for at least coming out to say something and not keeping us in silence. That you have at least come out to say something. But the problem that I have with you is, why must you people tell lies? Or, let me know, okay, let's assume you are not telling lies. At this stage, this critical stage, this open book stage that we are, is there still any need to package anything for the citizens of this country? Do you think packaging still works? You think these children don't know what is going on? You think the concerned and non-concerned citizens, PDP, LP, APC don't know what is going on? But that's me. Tell Nigerians the truth. This is not the time to tell any lie. This is not about doubting the tension. This is about let us know what we are dealing with and who are facing. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs help. He needs help more than before. He needs help. But the question is, who is our helper? Where is this help coming from? Now, fellow citizens of Nigeria, Asiwaju needs help. There are forces behind the presidency. There are forces beyond his own control. There are powers we don't pass that name called Jagaban. There are silent names that are stronger than that name called City Boy and Bogu. Meeting by 10 a.m. Roundtable security inside house meeting by 10:02. And they are planning to execute action on insurgents maybe by 11 o'clock. Everybody is set, ammunition, armies, everybody ready to go and attack the people that are destroying our country.
Of course we do.
The people that are killing Muslims and Christians.
The same community
and by 10:02, Boko Haram people know that they are coming
the $1 million question.
Please, who is the internet people?
We are trying to
who is the
understand for
person
those of us
divulging
who
sensitive information? Is the place where they are discussing affairs and matters to secure fellow citizens of Nigeria. Asiwaju needs help. We don't need Trump, but we need help to speak to our greedy leaders. Yoruba people set it and come, Baba jet it and come leader. Some people are feeding because they think it is generational wealth. It is their tribe that is entitled to mineral resources. We are Nigerians. The people are saying that outside should not come and carry our lithium and our gold. Meanwhile, some people are using that gold to spread butter and like butter their bread in their own houses. We have seen so many videos. Oyibo people sitting down with ammunition and security, digging lithium, aluminium, whatever mineral resources. And we, that is our motherland, our country, we have not seen it. Neither have we benefited from it. Whether by COS or by, how do we call it? Anyhow, anyway, we have not benefited from this. Not before. Not now, and not hope forever. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you need help. Swallow your pride. Let me tell people something. This is not about APC. Asiwaju has uttermost and total control of Lagos. Asiwaju can call the shots in Lagos, and nobody dares to change it. That is who we are in Lagos. But you see that presidency, you don't pass my papa. Me, let me tell you something. I don't know how to tell lies. I love APC so dearly. From my father's side, from my husband's side, from my mother's side, from my husband, Baba Shabi, that all of you know. They are all APC. If we count the queue, Baba Shabi is number 75. So there are still 174 most important people in my life and in my family that are APC members. There are some people that I have known as far back as 30 years ago when I was a baby. They are in APC today and they are part of the powers that rule. Am I going to deny them? No. But I pledge to Nigeria, my country. Not to my father, not to my brothers, not to my sisters. I have my own biological sister working with that useless Dapo. But does it stop me from saying the truth? To be faithful, loyal, and honest. To serve Nigeria, not my father, not my mother, not my family with all my strength. I have conscience and I have children. And my advocacy is to protect the future leaders of tomorrow. So I would not come out and tell people a lie. Not for any reason. It is our country, not my family business. So if you people think it is because of Abati has no place in my position in APC. I am stronger and deep-rooted. As not, I might not be a member, but my blood, my soul, my spirit, my love, I love my family, but not at the detriment of national security, national interest, public security, and public interest and trust. Never. Asiwaju needs help. Asiwaju needs serious help. Bagu, swallow your pride. This is not about, you are not going to be called Jagaban. Jagaban for Lagos, you know Jagaban for Abuja. You know Jagaban anything for Federal Republic. If you truly love this country, and you took the oath when you were sworn into office, with your truthful mind, and the interest of citizens at heart, but tell Nigerians the truth, you need help. You need help. Speak out and let Nigerians know who are the people destroying this cabinet from doing what is best for national interest. Asiwaju needs help. Don't let anybody tell you lies. Don't let anybody package you. There are forces that are making him incapacitated. There are people he met. But go how many years? During by Buhari's regime, could you not see Buhari? Were you not the one that brought Buhari to us? For how many years could you not have access to Buhari? Tell Nigerians, Papa, it is national interest. It is not APC or Asiwaju's interest. This is not about us. I keep saying it. This is about our country, Nigeria. This is about our flag that we raise in time of pain and sorrow. Asiwaju needs help. The president of this country needs help. Some people are behind doors and powers, and they will not make it happen. And Nigerians need to know, so that we will know who we are holding responsible. Asiwaju tell Nigerians the truth. Tell Nigerians the truth. You swore an oath of office. Tell Nigerians the truth, Asiwaju, you need help. I've received countless calls from the presidency. They are telling me, Tom, truly, your father needs help. And I'm telling you, Nigerians, truly, Asiwaju needs help. Shey might not be able to tell you the truth. Any other person in APC might not be able to tell you the truth. I am telling you because I am a mother. I have children. I am not exempted from this crisis. The fact that my inner people and my spirit and my soul is in APC does not exempt me from the crisis and the insurgents and the insecurities and the pains of a mother. Asiwaju, tell the people the truth. This is not about second term. This is about your one time in office, and you left a legacy that our great-grandchildren will live to testify that this man did everything, called his best, but there were people behind him that could not allow it. Nigerians, Nigeria, Asiwaju needs help. Presidency needs help. Nigeria needs help. Nigerians, we need help.
This Nigeria and Tinubu's government endless borrowing, is it ever going to stop? Will it ever end? When? I don't get it. With all the mineral resources, with all the riches in Nigeria, with all the multiple taxation without anything to show for it, Tinubu and co just can't stop borrowing. Why? When other nations are trying to do things to put their countries and the life of their citizens in order, Nigeria is still borrowing, sharing, and squandering. When will this stop? APC supporters, when will this stop? See, nobody will be complaining about borrowing if our roads were not death traps, if our electricity was stable and affordable, if our petrol, if our refineries were working and affordable fuel, if insecurity wasn't there, nobody will say you are borrowing too much. In fact, we will still complain if the borrowing becomes too much. But now you are borrowing and nothing to show for it. What the problem? Okay, let me show us this. This is as of November, so that somebody is not going to tell me it's old news. As of November 2nd, 2025. He said World Bank confirmed Nigeria's fresh $1 billion loan request from Tinubu's government. That is what World Bank is confirming it, that Tinubu's government is requesting the loan of $1 billion from World Bank. And everybody should be asking, what are they doing with these monies? What? Nobody is talking? See, it's very unfortunate though. Nigeria don't have a Senate. We don't have National Assembly. In fact, not a functional one to the advantage of the Nigerian people. Let me be very clear. Because a Senate that work for themselves and for the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is obviously not a Senate to me. Because the Senate, the man representing me there should be doing things that will affect my life. Should be protecting my interests. Not just singing praises and hallelujah of Tinubu. So to me, I don't even have a senator. Neither do I have a House of Rep member that is representing me. I'm just on my own as a Nigerian. Everybody in that red and green chamber represent themselves, their pocket and their family. That's all. They will borrow this money now and you will not see it will come. They will share it, squander it into the economy where they borrowed it from. And in a short while, they'll go for another borrowing. World Bank, can you please stop? The people borrowing Nigeria money, can you please stop? President Donald Trump of the United States of America, I read in the news that I'm displaying. I said Trump threatened to stop aids and assistance to Nigeria. I know that is in regard to the conflict, to the issue currently going on between Nigeria and the USA. But President Donald Trump, can you please enforce this? Not just stopping aids and assistance. Stop these loans. Ask them, the ones you borrowed before, where are they and what did you do with them? Because I know you might not want to do this because this same money is always being returned back to the economy where we borrowed it from. But not as repayment of the debt, but as being as squandered into the economy, thereby boosting the economy of where we have borrowed it money from, and the debt remain in Nigeria and upon innocent Nigerians. Because you see the people borrowing this money, they have no interest in your tomorrow. So for you, that is a moron. Because I can never be friendly with any animal who doesn't know that Nigeria is going down and you are still supporting the perpetrator. The people borrowing this money knows that they won't leave to see when this loan effect will start. When Muhammadu Buhari and his regime were borrowing, it was like the man knew that he was not going to see tomorrow. Now let's look at President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now. How old is he? How old is he if we go by his real age? Now he's borrowing your future. A future that he will never be part of. That is obvious. And we are just those that, in the face of everything that is happening currently, Nigeria, America, insecurity, religious war threatening, it is borrowing of $1 billion that is Tinubu's and his government's problem. This government is the most useless government Nigeria has ever had, and I doubt we ever had. Because they have just started. This is not their climax yet. If you give them time, if anybody allow these things to return in 2027, not voting for them, because nobody will vote for them, nobody voted for them before, but we should be ready to make sure they meet stiff resistance during their rigging process. Nigerians should be able to pay at least some prices for that, for once. Or is that too much? Please, can the World Bank, the IMF, America, can you all stop these people from giving Nigeria further loans? Make them account for the one you've given to them before, at least before you continue. Is that too much for us to ask for? Please. They are finishing us. They borrow this money and they come here and share it. They don't do anything. Nothing is working in Nigeria. No sign that the country is even borrowing money from anywhere. And they keep asking for more. After this $1 billion, in a short while, they will ask for more. And the Domat Sadoza Senate have no other duty other than to approve. We are finished. If Nigeria have a Senate, it would not have taken a senator in the United States of America, in the person of Ted Cruz, to sponsor a bill to counter the Sharia law in the north, because they know it's barbaric. It's an animalistic law. In a country like Nigeria that had a constitution, you are having Sharia law in the section of it, amputating the arms and legs of innocent and poor Nigerians. I think I will attend to that in another video. As for the Nigerian National Assembly, the Senate, the Green Chambers, shame on you all.